Deception number 15. Today we're going to look at whether salvation with the intent of the heart is the way to go. This feeling of your heart is a very powerful motivator in any relationship, whether it's a relationship with your family, your friends, or your colleagues. And it most certainly plays a big role in your relationship with the Father and the Son, for those who believe. Many times I've spoken to Christians about faith, and their reply would be, it does not matter, it is what is in your heart that matters. Well, if you look at Yahuwah's word, by relying on your heart and the feelings of it for salvation is a very bad idea, because Yahuwah's Yahuwah's outlook on man's heart is not what we think it is. We know that Yahuwah can see what's in your heart and in your mind. We read that in Hebrews 4 verse 12. For the word of Elohim is living and working, and sharper than any two-edged sword, cutting through even the dividing of being and spirit, and of joints and marrow, and able to judge the thoughts and intent of the heart. So what does Yahuwah have to say about man's intent of their heart? Well, we read that he thinks the heart is desperately sick. We read that in Jeremiah 17 verse 9 and 10. The heart is crooked above all and desperately sick. Who shall know it? I, Yahuwah, search the heart. I try the kidneys and give every man according to his ways, according to the fruits of his deeds. Yahuwah says that the heart is evil. Proverbs 26 verse 25. Though he speaks kindly, do not believe him, for there are 7 abominations in his heart. Yahuwah said that the heart leads to perversities. Proverbs 23:33. Your eyes look on strange women, and your heart speaks perversities. Psalm 101 verse 4. A perverse heart turns away from me. I do not know evil. Yahuwah says that the heart is proud. Psalm 101 verse 5. Him who secretly slanders his neighbor I cut off. I do not tolerate one who has a haughty look and a proud heart. Yahuwah says that the heart goes astray. Psalm 95 verse 10. For 40 years I was grieved with that generation, and said, they are a people who go astray in their hearts, and they do not know my ways. Yahuwah says that the heart is foolish. The fool has said in his heart, there is no Yahuwah. They have done corruptly. They have done an abominable deed. There is no one who does good. Yahuwah says that the heart is secretly enticed. Job 31 verse 7 and 27. If my step turns from the way, or my heart has gone after my eyes, or if any spot has clung to my hands, so that my heart has been secretly enticed, and my mouth has kissed my hand. Remember the following. You cannot fool Yahuwah. Luke 6:45. The good man brings forth that is good out of the good treasure of his heart, and the wicked man brings forth what is wicked out of the wicked treasure of his heart. For out of the overflow of the heart, the mouth speaks. But if you walk in Torah obedience before Yahuwah, then the following will apply to you. In other words, not to rely on your heart, but to rely on Yahuwah. Job 11:13. If you would prepare your heart and stretch out your hands toward him, Jeremiah 24:7, and I shall give them a heart to know me, that I am Yahuwah, and they shall be my people, and I shall be their Elohim, and they shall turn back to me with all their heart. So in Job it says that you must prepare your heart and stretch your hand towards Yahuwah, and then Yahuwah replies that he will give you a heart to know him, and to love him, and to turn back to him. Then, when you reach that point, Jeremiah 29:12-14. Then you shall call on me, and shall come and pray to me, and I shall listen to you. And you shall seek me, and shall find me, when you search for me with all your heart. And I shall be found by you, declares Yahuwah, and I shall turn back your captivity, and shall gather you from all the nations, from all the places where I have driven you, declares Yahuwah, and I shall bring you back to the place from which I have exiled you. The following passage means so much to me. I read this in the beginning of my walk, and this has been my desire, and I would like to share this with you. Excuse me. Colossians 1 verse 9-11. That is also why we, for the day we heard, have not ceased praying for you and asking that you be filled with the knowledge of His desire in all wisdom and spiritual understanding, to walk worthily of the Master, pleasing all, bearing fruit in every good work, and increasing in the knowledge of Elohim, being empowered with all power according to the might of His esteem, for all endurance and patience with joy. And then when we receive that from Yahuwah, His wisdom and His love and His patience and His guidance and His truth, we must remember to always give thanks. Colossians 1 verse 12-14. Giving thanks to the Father, who has made us fit to share in the inheritance of the set-apart ones in the light, who has delivered us from the authority of darkness and transferred us into the reign of the Son of His love, in whom we have redemption through His blood, the forgiveness of sins. Hallelujah. Shalom.